Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Learning Lab, the show where we learn English together, we laugh together, and honestly, sometimes we embarrass ourselves together. But that is totally okay because that is how you learn, right?
That is 100% how you learn, yes. Hi, everyone. I'm Jenny, and I am so happy you are here with us today. Seriously, whether you are watching this on your lunch break, on the bus, or maybe lying in bed with your phone on your face like I do every morning.
Wait, Jenny, do you actually watch videos with your phone on your face? Like literally on your face?
Jame, I am not going to lie to you or the viewers. Yes, I do. And sometimes I fall asleep and the phone falls and hits me right on the nose, and I deserve it every single time.
Oh, wow. Okay, that is both very relatable and also a little bit dangerous. Please be careful, everyone. Do not do what Jenny does. Anyway, I am James, and together we are your two favorite English learning friends. And today we have a really good episode for you.
We do. And actually, Jane, before we get into it, can I tell them what happened to me yesterday because it is so connected to today's topic? And also, it is so embarrassing.
Oh, please, yes, tell them. I already heard this story, and I still want to hear it again.
Okay, so yesterday I was at the coffee shop near my house, right? And the barista, super friendly guy, he just asked me, very simply, "So, what do you do in the mornings?" And I panicked. I completely panicked. I just stood there and said, "I do things." That's it. I do things. And he looked at me like,
No, he did not.
he looked at me like I was a little bit strange, James, and honestly, fair. Completely fair.
Okay, but see, that is exactly why today's episode is so important, because talking about your daily life sounds so simple, but when you're actually in the moment in English, it can feel really hard to find the right words.
Exactly, and today we are going to fix that because by the end of this episode, you are going to be able to describe your mornings, your routines, your evenings, your whole day in natural, confident, everyday English.
Let's go. Okay, so Jenny, let's start from the very beginning of the day, because I think that's where most people want to start. Like, how do you talk about your morning routine in English?
Yes, great place to start. So the most basic and important thing is to use what we call the simple present tense, because when you talk about things you do every day, your habits, your routine, you use simple present, okay? So instead of saying, yesterday I wake up, you say, I wake up at 7, present tense, because this is something you do regularly.
Right, and that trips a lot of people up, I think, because in some languages you might say it differently, but in English, for habits and routines, it's always simple present. I wake up, I eat breakfast, I go to work, I come home, all of that.
Exactly. And you can also add time expressions to make it sound more natural and more specific. So instead of just I wake up, you can say I usually wake up at 6:30, or I always wake up before 7, or I wake up really early on weekdays, but on weekends I sleep in.
Oh, can we talk about sleep in for a second? Because I love that phrase, and I think a lot of learners don't know it.
Yes. Okay, so sleep in means to wake up later than usual, right? So on a Saturday, when your alarm is off and you just stay in bed until 10 or 11, that's sleeping in. And it is one of my favorite things in the whole world.
Mine too, honestly. I sleep in every single Saturday and I feel zero guilt about it. But okay, back to daily life vocabulary because we have so much to cover.
Right. So after you wake up, what do people usually do? They get up. And by the way, wake up and get up are different, okay? So wake up is when your eyes open and you stop sleeping, but get up is when you actually move your body and get out of the bed.
Oh, that's such a good point because I wake up at 6:30, but I get up at maybe 6:50 because I need those 20 minutes to just exist quietly before I do anything.
Same. I call that my do-nothing time, and I think it is very important for mental health.
Very important. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Okay, so we wake up, we get up, and then what?
Then you have your morning routine, right? So you might say, I take a shower, or I brush my teeth, or I wash my face. These are just basic things that everyone does. And in English, you always say take a shower, not do a shower. That's a mistake we'll talk about later, but just remember, it's always take.
Yes, and you can also say I get dressed, which means you put on your clothes, and then I make breakfast or I have breakfast. And again, those are slightly different. Make breakfast is the cooking part, and have breakfast is the eating part.
Good one. And if you're like me and you don't make anything and you just grab something from the fridge and eat it standing up in the kitchen, you can say, I have a quick breakfast, or I grab a bite to eat, which means you eat something fast without sitting down properly.
Oh, I love grab a bite to eat. That's such a useful phrase. I use that all the time, like I'm going to grab a bite to eat before the meeting. It just sounds so natural.
It does. And speaking of natural, can we talk about how to describe what time you do things? Because I think using time expressions well is what really makes your English sound fluent.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, so you have your basic ones like in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, and at night. And notice that it's in the morning, but at night, not in the night, which is a little bit strange, but that's just English being English.
English loves to be a little bit strange. We accept it, we move on. And then you have more specific ones like early in the morning if you wake up very early, or late at night if you stay up, and you can say around noon for lunchtime, or in the late afternoon, which is like 4 or 5 o'clock.
And then you have frequency words, which are words like always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, and never. And these go before the main verb in a sentence. So you say, I usually drink coffee in the morning, not I drink usually coffee, okay? The frequency word comes before the verb.
That's such a common mistake, actually, putting the frequency word in the wrong place. So just remember, always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never. They go before the main verb, and your sentences are going to sound so much cleaner.
Now let's talk about the afternoon and the evening, because mornings are great, but life keeps going after that, right?
It does, unfortunately. I'm kidding. So for the afternoon, a lot of people are at work or school, and you can say things like, I usually have lunch at my desk, or I take a lunch break at noon, or I grab lunch with a coworker sometimes.
And take a lunch break is a great phrase. It means you stop working for a short time to eat. And you can also say take a break for any short rest during the day, like I take a 10-minute break in the afternoon, or I take a coffee break around 3.
And then, after work or school, you can talk about what you do in the evening, like I get home around 6 or I get off work at 5. And get off work means your workday ends, which is a phrase I think a lot of learners don't know, but is so useful.
Super useful. And then you can say things like, I watch TV, or I watch Netflix, or I scroll through my phone, which, by the way, scroll through means moving up and down on your phone screen looking at things. And if you're watching this video, you probably did some scrolling to find us.
We appreciate the scroll, truly. And then at the end of the night, you might say, I take a bath, or I get ready for bed. And get ready for bed is a great phrase that covers everything you do before sleeping, like brushing your teeth, washing your face, changing into pajamas, all of that.
And finally, I go to bed or I fall asleep. And again, these are different. Go to bed is when you physically get into the bed and lie down, but fall asleep is when you actually stop being awake. So sometimes there's a big gap between those two things.
A very big gap for me because I go to bed at 10, but I fall asleep at midnight because I'm on my phone the whole time.
James, we just talked about not doing that.
I know. I'm a work in progress, everyone. Okay, let's do our role play. Okay, so for this little scene, imagine that James and I are co-workers and we are meeting at the coffee machine in the office, and we are just catching up about our day. Totally normal situation, right?
Very normal, very relatable. Let's do it. And action. Hey, James, you look tired today. Is everything okay?
Oh, hey, Jenny. Yeah, I'm all right. I just didn't sleep very well last night. I went to bed at 11, but I couldn't fall asleep until almost 1 in the morning, so I'm running on about 5 hours right now.
Oh no, that's rough. I usually try to go to bed by 10:30 because I wake up really early. I get up at 5:45 every morning. Can you believe that?
Wait, 5:45? Like in the morning? On purpose?
Yes, on purpose. I like to have time in the morning, you know? I take a shower, make myself a proper breakfast, and I usually go for a short walk before I start work. It really helps me feel ready for the day.
Wow, Jenny, I have so much respect for you, honestly. I wake up at 7:15 and I still barely make it to my desk on time because I always end up scrolling through my phone for like 30 minutes before I actually get up.
Yeah, I used to do that too, but now I put my phone in the other room at night so I'm not tempted, and it really changed my mornings for the better.
That is genuinely good advice. I should try that. Anyway, what are you doing for lunch today? I was thinking of grabbing a bite to eat at that new place down the street.
Oh, the sandwich place? Yes, I usually just eat at my desk, but I could definitely take a proper lunch break today. What time are you thinking?
Maybe around 12:30. I have a meeting at noon, so I need to wait until that's done.
Perfect. That works for me. I'll come find you after my break at 12, okay?
Sounds great. See you then.
And scene. Okay, we're out of character now. How did that feel?
That felt pretty natural, actually. I was impressed with us.
Me too. And did you catch all the phrases we used in there? Like running on 5 hours, which is a casual way to say you only slept for 5 hours. I'm running on 5 hours. And we used wake up versus get up correctly. We used fall asleep, take a shower, grab a bite to eat, take a lunch break.
And on purpose, which I love because it means you did something intentionally, not by accident. I wake up at 5:45 on purpose. That little phrase changes the whole meaning of the sentence.
Exactly. So many useful things packed into one short conversation. And that is how it works in real life, you know? These phrases all come together naturally when you are just talking to someone.
Okay, it is time for one of my favorite parts of every episode. Common mistakes. And Jenny, I feel like you have a good one to start with.
I do, yes. Okay, so the first big mistake is using the wrong verb with everyday activities. And the most famous one is take a shower versus do a shower. So many learners say I do a shower in the morning, and it sounds really strange to a native speaker. Because in English, we always say take a shower. You take a shower, you take a bath, you take a nap. These all use take, not do.
Right, and it's similar with take a break. You do not do a break, you take a break. And honestly, there's no perfect logic to it. You just have to remember these as fixed phrases. They come as a package.
Exactly. Treat them like little chunks of language that you memorize together. Take a shower, full stop, done, no thinking required.
Another really common mistake is the frequency word placement issue we mentioned earlier. So people often say things like, I drink always coffee in the morning, or I eat never breakfast. And it sounds off because the frequency word is in the wrong place.
Right. And just to make it really clear, always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, never, these go between the subject and the main verb. So it's I always drink coffee. I never eat breakfast. I sometimes take a nap after lunch. Subject, frequency word, verb. In that order.
And the funny thing is, once you get used to it, it starts to sound really natural, and you'll start to notice it when other people say it correctly too.
The next mistake is confusing wake up and get up, and we covered this earlier, but it's worth saying again because people mix them up all the time. So if someone says, I get up in the middle of the night to drink water, that's technically fine. But if someone says, I couldn't wake up from the sofa because I was too comfortable, that's a little strange because you use get up for physically moving, not for the waking from sleep part.
Good one. And here's another funny one that I hear a lot. People say, I do my routine, which sounds okay, but they mean very specific things. So it's better to say exactly what you do. I brush my teeth, I wash my face, I make my bed. Be specific, and your English will immediately sound more detailed and interesting.
Yes, specific language is always better than vague language. Instead of I do things in the morning, which is what I said to that barista, bless his heart, say exactly what those things are, and people will understand you so much better.
And the last common mistake I want to mention is forgetting to use the or a with meals. So in English, you say I have breakfast without the, but you say I make a sandwich with a. And this can be confusing, but generally, with meal names like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you don't use an article. I have lunch at noon, I cook dinner at 7, I skip breakfast sometimes.
Great point. And if you add an adjective, the article can come back, like I had a big breakfast this morning, or I made a nice dinner last night. So when it's just the meal name alone, no article, but when you describe it, you might need one.
English. Always keeping us on our toes.
Always, always. Okay, should we wrap up?
Let's wrap up. Okay, everyone. We are getting close to the end of today's episode, and honestly, I feel like we covered so much good stuff today. Jenny, what was your favorite part?
Honestly, I think just talking about all the little phrases that make your daily life descriptions sound natural, like sleep in and grab a bite and get off work, those are the kinds of phrases that do not show up in textbooks, but they show up in real conversations every single day.
Yes, totally agree. And I hope that after watching this, you feel like you have a whole new set of tools for talking about your day, whether it is talking to a coworker, a friend, a barista at a coffee shop.
Rest in peace to Jenny's dignity at that coffee shop. We will never forget. It is healed, James. It is healed. I'm going back there tomorrow, and I'm going to give that man a full and complete description of my morning routine, whether he wants it or not.
That is the spirit. Okay, so here's your challenge for this week, and we really want you to do this one because it is simple, but it works. Every day this week, write 3 sentences in English describing what you did that day. Just 3 sentences about your morning, afternoon, or evening. And if you want, leave one of your sentences in the comments below because we actually read them. We love reading them, and we might even reply.
We will definitely reply because we love our Learning Lab community so much, and you all make this show worth doing every single week. So please drop your sentences down there. And also, if you got something out of today's episode, hit that like button because it genuinely helps us reach more learners who need this content.
And if you are new here and you somehow made it all the way to the end of this video without subscribing, first of all, thank you so much for staying. And second of all, please hit subscribe because we put out new episodes every week and you do not want to miss what we have coming up.
We have some really fun topics coming soon, so stay tuned for that. And remember, learning a language is not about being perfect, it's about being brave enough to try. And every single time you speak English, even if you make a mistake, even if you say I do things to a confused barista,
Which happens to the best of us.
it happens to the best of us. You are still learning, you are still growing, and we are so proud of you for showing up.
All right, that's all for today's episode of the Learning Lab. I'm James.
I'm Jenny.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Keep learning, keep laughing, and we'll talk soon. Bye.
Bye.